Aquarius, stop scrolling. Hypally, something subtle but undeniable is stirring beneath the surface of your life. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now, Jan 10 to 11, a quiet shift is moving toward you. You may have felt it, that small nudge when a thought of abundance sparks your chest, or a familiar pattern appearing over and over, like the universe is whispering. You were waiting for this moment, and it's here. If you feel that pull, that quiet knowing, type it below, or simply breathe it in. Because Aquarius, what you're about to hear may feel like it's been written just for you. And in the next moments, we'll step together through the doorway, where the life you've quietly been preparing for begins to align in ways you haven't imagined. You might feel it even before your mind catches up. That subtle stirring, like the first ripple across a still pond at dawn, spreading quietly, almost imperceptibly, but enough to make you pause. Take a breath with me for a moment, Aquarius. Feel how the air sits differently around you, heavier with possibility, lighter with expectation. It is as though the universe has leaned in, closer than usual, whispering just for you. Not for anyone else, not for the world at large, but for the quiet part of your soul that has been waiting, patiently, often overlooked, yet always faithful. Can you feel that? That tug, subtle but persistent, calling you to notice that life is shifting beneath your feet. There is a certain rhythm to this change, a pulse that aligns with your own heartbeat. Notice it in the brief catch of breath, in the subtle excitement when your mind wanders to new possibilities, when thoughts of abundance, comfort, and fulfillment brush past your awareness. These are not coincidences. They are quiet confirmations that the path you have been walking, sometimes in shadow, sometimes in stillness, has been carefully preparing you for this moment. Aquarius, think back for a second. Have you ever noticed how the world seems to respond when you stop trying to force it, when you simply exist in your truth? That is what is happening now, in ways both tangible and invisible. You might wonder if you are ready. And the answer is closer than you realize. Your readiness has been woven into you through years of observation, reflection, and the subtle cultivation of patience. That patience, your quiet endurance, has not gone unnoticed. The universe does not measure worth by noise or by what is obvious. It measures by the fidelity with which you have remained present to yourself. Every quiet act of integrity, every gentle step taken in the direction of your own growth, has laid the foundation for what is coming. Can you see it there, just beyond your line of sight? A soft glow, hinting at the richness that has been forming quietly in the background. And yet, Aquarius, this moment is not only about the gifts arriving, it is about recognition. The recognition that you have existed fully in your own skin, even when that existence demanded solitude, patience, and resilience. It is a call to honor yourself, not just the accomplishments, but the invisible labor of your own spirit. There is a tenderness to this shift, a gentle invitation to receive, to accept, to breathe without resistance. And as you do, notice how it opens the senses, how your awareness begins to stretch, like sunlight finding a way through a narrow window into a room long closed. Ask yourself quietly, what has been waiting for me silently that I have not yet allowed myself to claim? What comfort, what abundance, what simple acknowledgement have I left unopened? It is here now, Aquarius, and you can feel it. That subtle warmth in your chest, the soft spark behind your eyes, the sense that life is quietly aligning, not in grand gestures, not in dramatic change, but in small, profound confirmations that you are exactly where you need to be. And as you lean into that feeling, imagine the world around you bending gently to meet the rhythm you have carried for so long. Imagine the doors that once seemed closed softening just enough to let in the light you have always deserved. This is not coincidence. This is a signal, a quiet invitation to step into a life that mirrors the depth, the patience, and the vision of your own heart. Aquarius, have you ever felt the pulse of something inevitable yet tender, as if the universe itself is breathing in sync with you? That is what is arriving now. Sometimes the signals arrive softly, almost imperceptibly, like wind brushing through the leaves just before dawn. You might notice a quickening in your chest, a subtle thrill at the thought of a new space to call home, or the unexpected excitement when money flows into your mind not as a plan, but as a possibility shimmering quietly at the edges of your awareness. These moments are gentle nudges from your own deeper self, Aquarius, reminders that you have always carried the ability to sense what is aligned for you. It is not coincidence when numbers echo around you, patterns like 1111, 888, repeating as if the universe is scripting a secret dialogue, meant only for you to hear. Have you ever paused and truly noticed how your surroundings speak to you when you are still enough to listen? I know, because I have been there myself. I have walked past those signs, thinking I was not ready, that I had more to do before I could claim what was waiting. I ignored the subtle vibrations, the gentle warmth that appeared when I allowed myself to imagine something more, something abundant, something fully my own. And yet, each time I did begin to pay attention, the world responded with a quiet, undeniable reflection. The more I tuned into my own readiness, the more the universe aligned with it, revealing that the door was always open. It was me who had been hesitating. There is a rhythm to these signals, Aquarius, one that is both personal and cosmic. It asks for a soft attentiveness, a willingness to notice the quiet flares of insight, the fleeting moments of intuition that may seem inconsequential at first glance. But these moments carry weight. They are the fingerprints of your own potential, laid delicately across your life by forces that do not rush, that honor your pace, that understand the sacred timing of your journey. Can you feel the small pulse behind your awareness, the subtle guidance threading through ordinary moments, telling you that you have been ready all along? And when you acknowledge these signs, when you allow yourself to respond with openness instead of skepticism, a profound shift begins. The tiny sparks of recognition grow into streams of clarity. The unexpected gift, the chance conversation, the fleeting thought that feels like a signal, they are all the universe showing you the reflection of your own readiness, the mirror of your inner alignment. Aquarius, have you noticed how life starts to mirror the energy you cultivate within? That the moments you honor your intuition often bloom into something tangible, nourishing, even transformative. This is where the magic lies, not in rushing, not in demanding, but in the gentle surrender to the signals that have been quietly guiding you. They are not warnings. They are invitations. Invitations to witness yourself, to honor the inner landscape you have tended with care, patience, and love. And as you lean into that awareness, notice the richness of possibility that emerges. The spaces you have longed for, the stability you have imagined, the quiet wealth that is more than material, they are moving toward you, Aquarius, in harmony with your own awakening. So pause, even for a breath. Notice the patterns, the flashes of insight, the subtle stirrings within. Ask yourself softly, what am I being invited to see today about my own readiness? What hidden current has been nudging me forward, waiting for me to finally take notice? The answers are already here, quietly, waiting for your acknowledgement, ready to flow into your life when you are ready to receive them. There is a subtle doorway opening for you, Aquarius, one that does not announce itself with fanfare, but hums quietly beneath the surface of your life. This is the essence of what I call the quiet wealth shift. It is not about sudden checks or overnight riches. It is about a gentle rearrangement of the spaces and rhythms around you, a soft alignment where you are allowed to receive without the strain of proving, without the weight of overextending yourself. Imagine your life as a room slowly being prepared, corners dusted off, sunlight streaming through windows you did not realize were so small before. The universe is moving quietly to make space for you to inhabit your own abundance. And it asks only that you notice, that you open your awareness to what is already in motion. Perhaps it will appear as a conversation that lingers longer than expected, or a message that lands precisely when your mind had been circling uncertainty. Maybe a dream will wake you in the early hours, filled with an image or a phrase that makes your chest feel lighter, your thoughts clearer. Do not dismiss these moments, Aquarius. They are the gentle hands of timing, brushing against the fabric of your days, signaling that the doorway has quietly shifted. There is a privilege in being attuned enough to recognize these currents. It is as if the universe has set aside a private path just for you, one that rewards the one who listens more than the one who chases. I have witnessed this myself. Those tiny, almost imperceptible nudges, the way a friend's words linger, the way numbers seem to follow you, the way a feeling of possibility brushes past your ribcage like a warm breeze. When you start responding to them, you find that life begins to unfold with an elegance you could not have scripted. You discover that the flow was always there, it was simply waiting for your attention. Aquarius, have you noticed how the simplest recognition can start a chain reaction of subtle, yet meaningful changes? This shift is also a mirror, reflecting back to you the work you have quietly done. All those hours of patience, all the times you cared deeply without needing recognition, all the choices you made to preserve integrity and heart, this is the foundation the universe is now honoring. And it may come in forms you did not expect: a gentle offer, a serendipitous connection, or an insight that opens a space in your mind you hadn't realized was closed. The quiet wealth is the permission to receive, to allow life to meet you where you are, without forcing, without striving, simply trusting the alignment of your own energy. So pay attention, Aquarius. Lean into the small, luminous signals that drift into your days. Listen to the pauses between words, the subtle warmth in moments that seem ordinary, the messages carried in dreams or fleeting thoughts. Ask yourself gently, what has been quietly shifting for me that I have yet to fully embrace? What door am I being invited to open that I didn't know existed? Because this is a threshold you have been preparing for, one that promises a form of abundance that transcends money. It is the wealth of presence, of grace, of being seen and allowed to receive without resistance. And it will arrive, Aquarius, not with noise, but with precision, in the whispers of life that only the attentive heart can hear. Aquarius, I want you to feel this with me. All these years you've carried weight that wasn't truly yours. Responsibilities borrowed from the lives of others, burdens taken silently because your heart couldn't ignore them. And yet, in this quiet moment, the universe leans in to remind you there is a space for you now, a gentle clearing where you can finally exhale. Imagine your shoulders loosening, your chest unclenching, the subtle pressure of constant caretaking lifting, as if the air itself has grown lighter around you. It's not just about releasing tasks or obligations, it's about allowing yourself to receive, to be held, to be nurtured without explanation. I remember the first time I gave myself permission to accept help, to stop holding everything in solitude. It felt astonishing, almost foreign, how light the world became when I stopped trying to steady everyone and everything alone. It was like standing in a room filled with golden sunlight I hadn't noticed before, every corner illuminated softly, every shadow eased by warmth. You too, Aquarius, are entitled to this grace. There is no shame in leaning in letting life carry a part of what you've long borne alone. The quiet wealth shift isn't only about what comes to you externally, it is about this internal realignment. It whispers that you are allowed to exist without constant self-sacrifice. Your energy, which has been poured into the world tirelessly, now has permission to return to you. Close your eyes for a moment and sense at the rhythm of your own heart, the echo of your own voice, telling you that enough is enough, that your worth is intrinsic, not earned through endless giving. Can you feel it, Aquarius? That gentle pulse reminding you that receiving is as vital as giving. Notice how life begins to mirror this interchange. A friend extends a small kindness, a stranger smiles with unexpected warmth, a note arrives that shifts your perspective. These are not coincidences. They are signals, subtle acknowledgments of your readiness to step into a lighter way of being. And it is more than relief, it is liberation. Liberation from guilt, from overthinking, from the quiet voice that once insisted you must always be the strong one, the steady one, the invisible anchor for others. Imagine for a moment walking through your days without bracing yourself, without bending to expectations that never truly belong to you. Imagine feeling the soft gravity of life drawing toward you instead of always pushing outward. How different might your mornings feel? Your evenings? How would it feel to let joy enter without asking permission, to receive without explaining, without defending, without minimizing your own needs? This is your invitation, Aquarius. The cosmos is not rushing you, but it is attentive, patient, watching as you allow the old weight to fall away. It knows that when you embrace this freedom, everything that has been aligning quietly begins to flow more fully. And I wonder what part of yourself, long overlooked, might finally breathe in this space. What small miracle of ease are you ready to accept today, simply because you have stopped resisting the support life has been quietly offering? Aquarius, as the morning light spills gently across your space, notice how it touches every surface you've prepared. There is a rhythm here, subtle yet insistent, guiding you to make room not just on your desk or your shelves, but within your heart, your mind, the very corners of your being. This is a quiet invitation. It whispers, clear the space, and the universe will fill it. Take a moment now. Imagine gently sweeping away the remnants of old obligations, lingering doubts, and worn-out routines. Every object, every thought, every emotional weight that has lingered uninvited can now be laid aside. In this light, you are creating a sacred space where possibility can step forward without hesitation. And then, write it down. Let the ink on paper become a bridge from intention to reality. List, in simple phrases, what you wish to welcome into your life: clarity, abundance, alignment, unexpected joy. Don't rush. Feel each word resonate. This is more than a list, it is a declaration of your readiness to receive. With each line, imagine a soft golden glow expanding from the page, brushing against the walls, the air, and your own skin. You are affirming your capacity to embrace change without resistance, to welcome blessings as naturally as the sun rises. Repeat it quietly, Aquarius, as though speaking to a trusted friend. I allow miracles to come to me easily and naturally. Let it roll gently off your tongue and into your chest. Feel the vibration travel through your heart, your lungs, your fingertips. This is not mere repetition, it is an alignment of your spirit with the subtle currents that flow around you. Each breath, each pause, becomes a thread connecting your intention with the cosmic tide moving silently in your favor. Notice the small signs as they appear. Perhaps a bird alights on your windowsill, a note pops into your inbox, or an unexpected thought offers a solution you hadn't considered. These are the universe's gentle taps, a soft confirmation that you are on the right path. Each moment, though quiet, carries a weight of significance. You are not waiting passively, you are preparing actively, and in this preparation your energy shifts, subtly but profoundly. And as you continue, Aquarius, allow yourself to linger in this luminous awareness. Imagine the sunlight filtering deeper into your rooms, touching corners that once felt shadowed. You are not alone in this. There is a current of support flowing with you, unseen but undeniably present. Let your mind rest on this warmth, this assurance that readiness is already enough. That the act of creating space, of aligning your intentions, signals to life itself that you are prepared to receive. I wonder, Aquarius, what might arrive today if you truly believe the universe had been waiting, just for you, to say yes. What small, unexpected blessing could step into your life and remind you that receiving is not just possible, it is your natural right? Aquarius, do you remember those fleeting moments that pass almost unnoticed, yet leave a quiet warmth in your chest? Perhaps a call from someone you haven't spoken to in years, arriving just when you needed a gentle reminder that you are not alone. Or a small gift left in your path, a gesture so subtle it almost feels like a wink from the universe itself. These are not coincidences. They are whispers, delicate signs, guiding you toward the alignment you have been seeking, often in ways too gentle to recognize at first. And yet, if you pause, truly pause, you feel the rhythm of these moments, the subtle heartbeat of a cosmic plan that has always had you in mind. I've learned, Aquarius, that these small things are often the most telling. There was a morning when I received an unexpected note, tucked between bills and routine messages. It could have gone unnoticed, a minor distraction. But I chose to notice. I held it in my hands, felt its weight, and in that instant, the day shifted. The sunlight seemed softer, the air clearer. I smiled without reason, a quiet knowing that the universe had observed me, had nudged me forward, had quietly aligned the path just for me. And it reminded me that receiving, truly receiving, can be as simple as opening your eyes to what's already there. Notice how even a simple gesture, a friend's encouragement, a message from a colleague, a small act of kindness carries a resonance. It's as if life itself is sending you a signpost, a gentle guidepost that whispers, you are seen. You are ready. These aren't just fleeting moments, they are invitations to be present, to acknowledge your own readiness to step into abundance without hesitation. They are subtle mirrors, reflecting back your own capacity to be grateful, your ability to recognize the quiet miracles that surround you daily. And as you feel these small nudges, Aquarius, consider how often you may have overlooked them, thinking that only grand, monumental events could signify change. Yet, life speaks in whispers as much as in roars. Each tiny alignment, each subtle synchronicity, is a confirmation that you are moving in harmony with the universe's rhythm. That what you have asked for, what you have prepared for, is already making its way toward you. So take a deep breath and feel the gratitude swelling within. Let your heart stretch toward each little opportunity, each nuanced moment that reminds you of your worth and readiness. And ask yourself, Aquarius, what small, unexpected blessing today might be the universe's way of showing you that you are, quietly but powerfully, exactly where you need to be. Could this gentle alignment be the first note of something far greater, waiting just beyond your awareness? Aquarius, do you feel it, the quiet rhythm that has always been yours, pulsing softly beneath the noise of daily life? Sometimes we push so hard to prove our worth, to keep pace with the world's relentless pace, that we forget our own heartbeat. But the truth is, your value is never measured by speed or comparison. There is a grace in moving at the rhythm of your own life, a power in allowing yourself to breathe deeply and trust the cadence that only you can feel. When you honor that inner pulse, the world begins to respond. Opportunities arrive not as chaos or clamor, but as gentle invitations perfectly aligned with who you are and what you are ready to embrace. I remember a time when I tried to sprint toward milestones that everyone else seemed to chase effortlessly. Every step felt heavy, every achievement hollow. Until, one morning, I paused. I let myself sit with the quiet, the sunlight spilling through the window, the faint hum of the city outside, the calm certainty of my own presence. And in that stillness, Aquarius, life began to mirror back a different reality. Conversations flowed with ease, connections deepened naturally, and doors opened quietly, almost imperceptibly, but with a clarity I had never felt before. This is the magic of living in alignment with your own rhythm. The universe conspires to meet you exactly where you are, without force, without struggle. Notice the subtle ways it shows itself. Perhaps a colleague offers help just as a challenge arises. Maybe a friend reaches out with a perspective that shifts your understanding. Or an unexpected financial opportunity comes, small but precise, echoing your own internal timing. These are not mere coincidences. They are confirmations that when you honor your own pace, you align with the flow of abundance in its most effortless form. And in honoring your own rhythm, you gift yourself freedom from comparison, judgment, and the weight of proving your worth to anyone but yourself. Take a moment, Aquarius. Feel the cadence of your breath. Notice how your heart expands when you release the need to chase, the need to prove, the need to rush. In this space, the universe whispers, you are exactly enough. You are exactly where you need to be. And with each choice to honor your own tempo, life reflects back a reality that resonates with your soul. Relationships deepen, work aligns with purpose, and financial flows arrive without struggle, without desperation, with quiet clarity. So, I wonder, what if the next decision you make, Aquarius, is not dictated by urgency, expectation, or pressure, but entirely by the rhythm that already lives within you? Could listening to that inner pulse be the key that opens the doors you have been quietly hoping for, doors that may already be waiting, aligned perfectly with your own cosmic timing? Could this gentle, authentic cadence be the secret to feeling truly at home in your own life? Aquarius, can you feel it? The air around you is charged not with force, but with possibility, the kind that hums softly through the corners of your day and the spaces in your mind that you've long left untouched. You have walked a path lined with patience, with subtle lessons and quiet nudges from the universe. And now, if you allow yourself to pause, to truly inhale this moment, you will notice how the world begins to echo back the intentions you've held so carefully. It's not about rushing. It's not about proving anything to anyone. It is about opening the door inside you, letting the soft light of readiness shine through. Take a breath, Aquarius. Feel the gentle expansion in your chest, the release of tension you didn't even know you were carrying. Everything you've planted, the small acts of courage, the whispered dreams, the quiet self-care, these seeds are stirring beneath the surface. They are preparing to bloom, and they do so without fanfare, without demanding your constant attention. The universe does not rush. It meets you exactly where you are. And you, for the first time in a long while, may feel the profound relief of knowing you are exactly aligned with this unfolding moment. Notice how subtle signs begin to surface, a message arriving just when hope feels thin, a smile from a stranger that resonates deeper than it should, a thought that lands precisely where your heart needs it. These are not coincidences, they are gentle confirmations that the rhythm you have chosen, your pace, your openness, is in harmony with the flow of abundance. And as you breathe in this truth, Aquarius, I invite you to speak it aloud, softly but firmly. I am ready to receive. Let the words settle around you, carrying the weight of intention, the echo of self-trust, and the warmth of permission. You do not have to fight. You do not have to earn. You are worthy simply because you are. Perhaps you notice a flutter of anticipation, a gentle stirring, like the first rays of dawn brushing the horizon. That is the universe responding. That is your life unfolding with quiet power. And as this moment lingers, I wonder what might happen if you let yourself fully open to it. If you allowed the magic of readiness to transform not only your circumstances, but your very sense of being. How might your day, your week, your life feel if you simply let yourself receive without hesitation, without judgment, without fear? If this resonates with you, Aquarius, consider sharing it with someone you trust. Let this gentle awakening ripple outward. In speaking your readiness, in witnessing someone else's, you amplify the possibility for miracles, not tomorrow, not in some distant future, but here, now, in the subtle luminous way that life has always wanted to surprise you. The seeds you planted quietly are blooming, and all it asks of you is your openness, your soft courage, your willingness to receive what has always been yours. Take a deep breath. Aquarius, feel the gentle pull of the universe around you. All these subtle signals, all these quiet shifts, they have been guiding you here, to this very moment. You may not have seen it yet, but the threads of your life are weaving together in ways more beautiful than you imagined. Notice how your chest feels lighter now, as if some weight you've been carrying, without even knowing, is finally releasing. This is your permission to receive, to trust, to allow the flow of abundance, love, and opportunity to enter without resistance. There is no need to rush. There is no need to prove anything. The universe is reflecting back the authenticity of your heart. And here's a gentle reminder: the little nudges, the subtle coincidences, the quiet synchronicities, they're not random. They are your cosmic allies, whispering that you are exactly where you're meant to be. So, lean into them, cherish them, celebrate them. And as you do, notice how your inner compass aligns more clearly with your highest path. I invite you now to pause and speak softly to yourself. I am ready. I am open. I trust my journey. Let that truth sink in. Let it settle deep because Aquarius, what you've been quietly cultivating for so long is beginning to bloom in ways you may have never expected. And if this moment resonates with you, consider sharing it with someone you trust, a fellow soul traveler who might need to hear this gentle encouragement today. Let the energy ripple outward. Let our community of hearts grow stronger, more connected. Remember, the journey isn't over. The universe has more messages, more opportunities, more quiet miracles waiting just for you. Keep your heart open, keep listening, and keep moving gently through your own rhythm. Your next message is already on its way, and when it arrives, you'll be ready. So, take one last deep breath and step forward with trust, with gratitude, and with the quiet joy of knowing everything you've been waiting for is finding its way to you. And as always, Aquarius curious, stay gentle and stay aligned. The adventure continues, and the magic never ends.